right in the middle of the jungle. You are feeling helpless, path lost, direction not known. You are simply hanging around. Then suddenly you see one man is coming. He says, how to get out of the jungle? Don't worry, I know the way. How do you go? Okay. You are out. What a beauty, eh? What a beautiful tradition thing. That is why in life, if you don't feel confused at one time or other, you are stupid. Those who feel confused, they have arrived. That is why when a fellow has a conflict, the Upanishad teachers are extremely happy. The fellow is waking up slowly. Because the child only doesn't know the defect. Are you getting that? The child is not aware of the danger. The immature, the child, what shall he say? Oh, no problem. He doesn't understand. Usually those days, anybody says, I said, don't worry, there is no problem, nothing, no problem. One lady who was attending my classes, Swamiji, my daughter is just like you. He says, Mommy, there is no problem, no problem. He uses all the word times, she always says, no problem, no problem. I smile, I say, Mama, that's true, very sweet. Child says that and every child says and every child should say that, no problem. Why create a problem now? But there is a difference between when I say no problem and she says no problem, there is a difference. When I say no problem, I say by going beyond the problem. When the child says no problem, he is yet to get into problem. There is a difference between the two. The child is yet to get into problem. Therefore no problem. At this moment, for a child, it's not his problem or her problem. It is mommy's problem. It is papa's problem. It is everybody else's problem except his problem. But when you grow up in life, you appreciate yourself who you are. Thereafter you say, no problem. You are not a problem, you don't have a problem. Are you getting that point? So beautiful person you are. No more you are a problem, nor you have a problem. Even you have a problem, that is nothing. Why? Because you have no problem. When you are not a problem, the relative convenience, inconvenience will be always there. Hey, look, I am happy with myself, very cool. Can I take away the outside heat? Tiruvannamalai will be hot in April, May. Because I am enjoying the cool rays of wisdom, the outside also cool. Huh? But because it is hot, will it touch my coolness? No. Relative situations makes no difference to you anymore. Happy with yourself. Anyway, we shall see. Taveva margam tava nirdishami. And then having told this, now the teacher starts the teaching. Read. Asti upayo mahan kaschite sansara bhayanasanaha tena tirtva bhavam bodhim paramanandamapsyasi. Now this teacher says, hey student, asti upaya mahan kaschit. Kaschit mahan upaya asti. There is a great way. Sansara bhayanasanaha. That shall help you to destroy the fear of the samsara. Tena tirtva bhavam bodhi. Tena margena. Tena upayena. By that way, by that path, bhavam bodhim tirtva. By crossing this ocean of samsara, paramanandam apsyasi, you shall gain absolute bliss. There is a way. This is known as tradition. That is why in this tradition, in these people here, nobody experiments with happiness. You understand? Why in a culture, why the culture is so important, why the tradition is more important? Because suppose there is a culture which tells you from the childhood, there is no happiness here and now, forget now, there is no happiness here in this world, only in the hereafter you shall be happy. Then how long can you wait for the hereafter? Somehow you want to make yourself happy, therefore you go on experimenting with every nonsense possible. That is where drug culture comes, permissiveness comes, Indulgence comes, music drives you crazy, sights drive you crazy, taste, smell, everything drive you crazy, because you have to find some happiness here. How long can you just wait for the hereafter? You cannot. And by chance the person has a problem, you cannot solve the problem, you should believe in my God, later on you shall have the problem solved. How long can you wait for your problem to be solved? You understand? So people who are more practical, they say, why shall I wait for the heaven to be happy? Let me be happy in my own ways now. So forget that God, forget that heaven. That type of culture seems very, very attractive. Why? Immediate gratification of senses. Very, very exciting. Immediate gratification. I want to taste it now, see it now, taste it now, touch it now, smell it now. Indulge in every possible kind. Whatever I feel like doing, I shall do. Very, very attractive. Permissive culture. Permissive means whatever you feel like doing, you do. There is nobody to say you no. You do it. That is where people demand independence. Individual independence. Whatever I feel like doing, I shall do. This is the hallmark of individualistic society. But the person doesn't care what other man thinks or doesn't think. My happiness is most important. You become such a brute. I don't mind giving up my son, my daughter, my husband, my wife, my child, my friend, everybody. Why? I want to be happy. And I have to be happy in what way? In yourself? My money, my house. In my house, there is no place for nobody. In my wealth, there is no share for nobody. You understand? That is different from me being happy with myself. If I am with myself, happy with myself, what all I have, everybody can share. Are you getting that? Whereas in an individualistic society, where the person is not given this direction, nobody tells them that there is happiness here and now. Naturally, everybody goes crazy. And if you have a problem, you don't know how to solve it. Problem is accepted as a natural, and solution is only after death. Whereas in this tradition, the moment you have this conflict, I don't find happiness in this world, expected. I don't find stability in a relationship, expected. I don't feel contented with so much of riches, expected. The teacher knows it. Are you getting that point? The person sees through it. Yes, because there is no happiness in the object. How can it give it to you? There is no security in relationship. How can it give it to you? Are you getting that point, please? If it is there, it can give it. It's not there. If you say, Swamiji, this flower never gives me happiness. Where is the happiness in the flower? There is no security in money. Listen carefully. There is no security in money. Of course, there is a, suppose, say this is gold one. Let's say. There is no security in gold. Of course there is no security in gold. Why? Listen carefully. There is no security in gold. Why? Because ask yourself question. You have imposed value in the gold, or gold has imposed value in gold? You have imposed security where it is not. So how can gold become your security? How can the paper be your security? Are you getting that point? You have imposed security there. Suddenly the value changes. The money changes. Everything changes. Those days, when there are no currency, Pashu, animals were considered wealth. Animals were considered wealth. Pashu. 1,000 cows, very rich man. 1,000 horses, oh, very big rich man. Today, oh, we have got 10,000 cows. Yes, you have 10,000 problems, don't worry. No more, that is riches. So if somebody comes and says, I am not satisfied, don't worry. That's what the truth is. There is no satisfaction in the object. So what shall I do? The teacher doesn't say, wait until you die. No. What shall you do? Come, know yourself. Find the happiness in yourself. Upaya asti. There is a way out. Asti upaya mahan kaschit. There is a great way out. Sansara bhayanasana. We shall totally eliminate, destroy the fear of samsara, the creation. Previously, the samsara was destroying you by invoking fear. Because of your ignorance, as though the samsara, the creation, invoked fear in your heart. Now the teacher says, don't worry, I will destroy that fear. Instead of fear destroying you, I will destroy the fear. What a wonderful thing you think of it. I am so afraid, don't worry, we will destroy that fear. Appa. By which Tena, by that path, crossing the samsara, Paramananda Apshaji, you shall be absolutely fearless, totally blissful.